Bismillah Rahman Rahim, October 2025 and 13 variant complete pure paper. We are going to start. Question number one is what we have. So expand and first three, including x to power 3, we have to need it. So what is the technique to do it? 6C0, two brackets, then 6C1, two brackets, then 6C2, two brackets, and I think we have to go for one more term. Reason is very clear because we're needing power 3. So that is why. So 6C3 and two brackets. Okay, here. So now what is the difference? 6 and 0 difference is comes here. 6 minus 0, 0, 6 minus 1, 1, 6 minus 2, 2, and 6 minus 3 and 3. And continue forever. In first bracket, this 2 will come in each first bracket 2. And please don't forget this negative sign. As a teacher, I have observed some people, miss this negative. So don't forget negative sign. This is a key point. Now 6 is 0 is 1, so 2 to the power 6 is 64, and something to power 0 is 1. 61 is 6, and 2 to the power 5 is 32, and negative half x. 62 is, I think, 15. So 6C2 is 15, and 2 to the power 4 is 16 as well. Okay, T is 63 if you, let me check in calculator. So 6, okay, and 6, 20. Okay, so this is turned to be 104 x to power 2. And here 20, here 2 to power 3 is 8. And here I get a negative. Make sure this odd power will keep negative sign there. So I get here x to power 3. I think all student understanding. This is done. So I'm getting from here 64 negative 6. This cancel out to 16 time, and 6 6 are 36, 96, and x is there. And what about this 4 times? So 60 x to power 2 and negative. So if you check it here, this is a 160. Okay, this is a, I think this is a square of 2. This is a small change here. I have to make it. Actually want to write 8. I wrote by mistake 2. This 2 to cancel out, and negative 20 x to power 3. So I believe up till here not no any difficulty. You understood very well. And now let's, I think, let's hear first what's part number 2. If you look at part number 2, this is same part taken from the top. So I will take this solution and copy and paste here and in the place of it. So this I'm writing now here, and this comes for, and this is a 3 minus x plus 2x to power 3. He is asking find x cube coefficient. How to find x cube coefficient? We have two techniques, 3 multiply each term, but why waste of time only? I'm writing terms involving x cube. So naturally, if this 3 multiply with last term, I'll get negative 60 x to power 3. And this x multiply with x square, negative 60 x to power cube. And this multiply with this number. Okay. And yeah, so I get a plus 2 fours are 8 and 2 6 are 12. So x to power 3. And this I get given 120x cube, and here 120x cube. So positive 8x cube, and he is asking coefficient. Then what is coefficient of x cube? And that turns to be only 8. So I hope so the concept is very clear. Though we can go for the another way, full method means multiply, multiply, multiply. then this multiply, it will waste the time. So I picked only those terms in which x cube comes. So I hope so the concept of the question is completely clear. Question number two, we have solved this equation, and very important technical point here. He did not mention like this degree or radian for this question. So when not mentioned at all, so and whenever this kind of question comes, so we have to go for radian mode. So make sure. All right. So tan inverse goes there. When tan inverse goes there, it becomes 5x minus 3 is equals to tan inverse will go there, become tan. And you know very well tan negative pi by 4. So negative pi by 4, when you check it in calculator, it will give you minus 1, 10 negative, so 10 negative pi by 4. So we get here negative 1. So 5x minus 3. This goes there, 5x is equals to 2, and x becomes 2 over 5. This is my answer. Or you can say 0.4. Both are correct answers. So what about this question? Can we solve directly? No way. So we are bound to have one ratio, either sine or cos. But sine we cannot convert into cos, but cos we can convert into sine. Formula is all of you familiar. Sine squared theta plus cos squared theta is equals to 1. So if you bring this sine square on the other end, so cos squared theta is basically is equals to 1 minus sine squared theta, which I'm going to replace here. So I'm replacing here 1 minus sine squared theta, and yeah, I'm bringing this both value left side. So I got negative 4 sine theta, negative 4 is equals to 0. So 5 multiply inside, I get 5 and minus 5 sine squared theta, and negative 4 sine theta, and negative 4 is equals to 0. So first of all, multiply by minus 1. Why? Because I need power 2 must be positive. It's not a compulsory, but it's good to do. So 5 sine squared theta, positive 4 sine theta, positive, and this will give you positive 1 become minus 1. Now I have two choices. Either I can go for factorization or I can go for quadratic formula. But I think so factorization is possible. 5 ones are 5, and I can say easily 5 ones are 5, and plus 5 sine theta, and minus 1 sine theta, and minus 1 equal to 0. Or you can say let sine theta is equal to any variable, let's say k. So this turned to be k, and this can be k square. Anyway, it is your wish. So from both values, 5 sine theta common, I get sine theta plus 1, and from here, because these signs are not same, different, so I must take negative common, and negative 1 and sine theta plus 1. So factorization is done. So is okay 0, so I can say I'm getting here because this match common out. So I get a sine theta plus 1 and 5 sine theta, and minus 1 is equals to 0. I got two answers. If I bring this 0, I get a negative 1, and from here sine theta is equals to positive 105. So I got two answers, and you know students, because this interesting part negative, where is sign negative? Because this cross will help you to understand. Sine 90 degree or sine pi by 2 is always positive 1, and sine 3 pi by 2, I mean below, is a negative 1. So if you ask me what is this answer, it is giving us we have to check it, and if we check it this relation, okay, so it means, what does mean? Let me elaborate. What is this one? So a positive pi by 2 is positive pi by 2 here. What is 2 pi? 2 pi is this. It means from here till here we can have our answer. Okay, so positive pi by 2 to 2 pi, so we should stay in this boundary. Less than 2 pi, less than 2 pi, and more than pi by 2. So so we have our first answer. Let me 3 pi by 4. Yes, exactly. So here first of all, sorry, 3 pi by 2. Okay, so 1 minute please. um, yes, so exactly. So I can say what is the sign will go on the other end. If I take sine inverse of this, so it will give you direct answer 3 pi by 2. You know it will. This is my first answer. And did he mention? No, that's it. Okay, now for what about this? Sine is positive in first and second quadrant, but this out of range, this in range. So if I take sine inverse, so theta is equals to sine inverse of 1 over 5. But make sure again in radian mode. So it is mentioned pi, that is why I'm going for it. So and how to get, basically I'm getting sine inverse of 105. If I check it in calculator, I'm getting 0.2. So this is not theta, this I label as alpha. So alpha value is 0.201. So this and this, but this is not in range and this is in range. So I can say that theta is equal to pi minus 0.201. So if I subtract from pi this value, so I'm getting 2.94. So my answer number 2 is a 2.94. This is my answer, and this is my other answer. So I hope so. The concept is very clear. And the first part, if you write in radian mode, or sorry, in pi form or in that 3SF form, both are correct answer. I hope so. The concept of question is completely clear. Question number three, he's saying equation of curve. Was given this equation of curve. Okay. Point lies on the curve, non-exact values of y coordinate given 6 dp and A, B, C, and D. Okay, that's very clear. He asking the k value and 4 dp, 6 dp we need it, and k involved in B coordinates. So this x value I'm going to replace here and here. So one more question. So how to do it? So f of 8.001, I'm going to replace 8.001 and power 2 by 3 and 8.001 minus 2 to power 2. Let me check again. 8.001, correct. And when I plug in calculator, I get 72 point. He said 3 dp. So 72.030004, and this is my final answer. Next part, students, so gradients of the chord of A, B, A, C in 4 decimal places is clearly mentioned. And now he asking AD coordinate. Okay, so he said gradient of AD and give you answer 4 decimal places. So A is here and D is here. So I'm finding gradient. It's nothing hard to do it. So Y2. So 75.038882 y2 come from here, and y1 is 72. So 72 divided by what, students? X1 is 8.1 minus 8. Oh, let me check, correct. Okay, and gradient I'm getting what here, students? So gradient I'm getting here 30, here say 4 dp, 30.3 and 888 after rounding 4 dp. Now state what the values of the tables just about the value f dash. You know, student, what does dash stand for? Gradient. And he is given as a gradient. Okay, if you see the pattern of the gradient, gradually I can show you. For example, this grade I'm going to plug in it here. So 30.0, sorry, 30.3888. Okay, if I show this concept, maybe you understand better. Just sake of understanding, this is A point, this is a B point, this is C point, and this is G. Just sake of understanding. Okay, this is called chord AD. This is called chord AC. This is called chord AB. Okay, if you look at carefully, naturally, this has a bigger gradient. This is a slice lesser, this smaller. And as the point will go close to A, we'll get a gradient at A. For example, look, I'm going to draw a tangent, and I'm going to draw a purple color line. So this is called, let me erase this line and this line touching that. So basically he is asking this gradient. Okay, gradient at A means when at A, because if you look at on top at A, the it is a value of 8. So he is asking that 8. So A is a x value is confirmed 8, and y I'm not writing. So how it means, as I'm going close to A, okay, so gradient will be equals to the value corresponding. You can see this is a 30.388. Now reduce 30.03. Now reduce 30.00. If you see the pattern of pattern, so you see this number is 30.038, this 0038, and now 0039. So if I say you what is going on, So these zeros are increasing. These zeros are increasing. Maybe if I go closer to a 30.000001 like that, or more closer, it means more number of zeros. So it means ultimately my answer will be equals to 30. Okay. So f dash of 8 approaches to state is equal to 30. I hope so. The concept of the question is very clear. I tried my best to explain with the diagram so you can understand the concept. So question is over. Question number 4, we have first, second, third term of progression is these 1, 2, and 3. He mentioned here that given the progression is arithmetic, before we start, we must have a logic. Let's say 2 plus 4, 6 plus 4, 10. So these three are in arithmetic progression. Basic criteria. This is the first term, this is the second term, and third term. So third term minus second term is same second term minus first term. You can check. Third term is 10, second term is 6, and 6 minus 2, both 4, 4 equal. So you learn a lesson. Lesson is this is the rule in AP. But what about a GP? If the same story come T1, T1, T2, T3 in a not AP, in GP. How to write? Then third term divided by second term equal to second term divided by first term. So this is rule for GP and that rule for AP. Now student, I can apply. So third term minus second term is equal to second term minus first term. So third term is k minus 5. Second term is, you can see, k, and here second term is k, and here 20. K cancel out. We get negative 5 equal to k minus 20, and k becomes 15. So I hope so this part is clear. We got a k value, but what he's asking for, he's asking for find the, given that progression is arithmetic, and find the 30th term. So how to get 30th term? So it means first term I got, you can see clearly, is 20. And how to get common difference? T2 minus T1, T2 minus T1, and T2 is now k is 15. So 15 minus 20, I get negative 5. Now formula of AP, Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. I replace A by 20, and what he's looking for, we are looking for 30th term. So every n replaced by 30. So 30 and even 30 here, minus 5. And if we apply it by calculator, so 20 and plus 29 times 2, negative 5. And we're getting negative 125. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, I think you got a point done. Now he's saying instead there is not a AP, this is a GP now. So we have to apply this condition. And he asking find a sum of infinity. Sum infinity formula is obviously simple, a over 1 minus r. A, I can take 20, no problem, but common ratio is issue. But first of all, I can say here, third term divided by second term equal to second term divided by first term. And the third term is very clear. I can write k minus 5 is the third term, second term is k. Here also k, here 20. So now I'm doing cross multiply. 20k, 25 is 100 equal to k square. So now I'm getting k square. I bring both values on right hand side. So I'm getting equal to 0, k to power 2, negative 20k, and plus 100. Now I can factorize, or I can go for quadratic formula 100. So so I think quadratic formula I can apply here. So a value is, what is the b value? Negative 20 plus and minus b square for a1c is 100 over 2a. So if I find the k values from here, okay, so what is a? It is 1. B is negative 20. You can check in calculator. Even c is 100. So when you type, we at least this much you have to show. First answer I am getting is 10. Yeah, because your k value is coming only 10, or no other number is coming. Thank you very much. Yeah, because repeating, sorry, if we can apply factorization also. And what we can factorization, 100, 10 tens at 100. So negative 10k, negative 10k. And that is why we are getting same answer. So look at, I'm going to show you second, second method. So k common out. That is why I'm getting same answer. So k minus 10 and repeating it is called repeating. Actually, first I did not focus, but I think I realized later on. So I'm getting k minus 10 and k minus 10. So we are getting two answers and both are 10 10. So we have only one answer. It's repeating. It's called repeated root. Repeated root. So anyway, this k values got it, but I'm looking for the r. But r is not a 10. So what are r's? R is a simple technique we have. Either we can go k by 20 or second term by first term. And we have already common ratio. It depends upon second term by first term. And second term is k, and which is I could copy here. So I got a 10 by 20. R value is becoming with us half. And now I'm going to plug in this half there. And a value we have already 10. So 1 minus half. And if we check in calculator, it's become 40. So we are applying, because if we check it, it's become 40. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I hope so the concept of the question is completely. Question number 5, we have students. If you look at carefully, chord of the length 4 root 3 given, and exact value of theta we're looking for. Okay, so this reason, what I will do, students, I will draw a perpendicular. So I get this triangle. Look, I show you. Okay, this is a triangle, and this is a 2 root 3 because half, this is a theta divided by 2. And here 4. Okay. And now O and this P for perpendicular, and sorry, P is used already here. Let's label as a K and P here. So I'm going to make this triangle, left side triangle. Okay. Now, according to situation, students, what I will do, I will make it because I'm looking for angle. So in front of angle is opposite. In front of 90 is called hypotenuse. So opposite by hypotenuse sine theta. So sine theta is equal, okay, I can do it down even, no problem. So sine theta is equals to opposite by hypotenuse. So sine inverse and root 3 by 2 is not theta, this is a theta by 2 basically. Okay. And when we apply it, you know, it must be, you must know it, the value without typing in calculator. This is a 60 degree, or in radian pi by 3. 60 degree, yes, 60 degree is a pi by 3. So pi by 3 I got it, and now this 2 multiplies there. So exact value I'm getting 2 pi by 3. Okay. So this is my first answer, first part answer, radians. Done. So second part is asking exact area of segment P. So segment means we need area of the sector and plus area of the triangle and add them. So sector, but we need sector because this is a 2 pi by 3. So I'm needing the other one angle, this one. And you know, from 2 pi full 360 degree for circle, subtract 2 pi by 3. 3 LCM, 3 2s are 6, 6 minus 2, 4 pi by 3. So I'm getting 4 over 3 pi. So this is the angle, this one, 4 pi by 3. So what is the formula? It means I have a two plans. So area of the exactly part is sector area plus triangle area. Whereas a sector area, I need this angle. So formula have r squared theta. What is radius 4? And theta I got on top 4 pi by 3. 4 pi by 3. Okay. And have r squared theta. So r square. And what about this? Because this radius is a 4 and this is a 4. And this middle angle you have. So half a into b into sine theta. And theta, the middle part is 2 pi by 3. We know it already. We get from here. And now students, a matter of typing in calculator. So 1 minute please. Half into 16 into 4 by 3, and so 4 pi by 3. 1 minute please. Let me check in calculator. So I'm getting from here 32 over 3 pi. Whereas other one I'm getting here, so 16, so got a 8, 8 times 2 sine 2 pi by 3. And my answer, this other part is coming 4 root 3. So this is our exact, because he asked exact area, and this is our exact area. I hope so. The concept of the question is completely clear, and question is complete. Question number 6, we have students topic of transformation. He's saying that y cube is shifting on fx and graph x is transformed to f. This sequence of transformation we have to mention. Okay, and further he's saying describe fully suitable sequence of transformations. Make clear the order. Order is very important here. Okay, so okay, now first of all, this graph is going to shift here. So let's see how we can do it. I think this point is very visible and this point is visible. So we can take a help from here and get the answer. And this is a region here. So if I do one thing, if you look at carefully, this is a one gap from this like a this one box and one, but we can see that this is not one, these are two, these are two. Okay, these are two units. Similarly, this one and this two again. So it's look like this diagram is stretched. Okay, and I can do it now. So look at, I'm going to show you. If this part stretched, it means it will come here, and this part because it is a 1 and into 2 I got a 2, so it means this point shifted on this. Similarly, this is 1 into 2, it point shifted here. So if you look at carefully, that we can say that, so this point and this point stretched. If I make at least this part of graph, then this part of graph, and I moved this way, and then I come downwards, it is almost same diagram. So it means I can tell you easily that first of all, what is the story we have? So because we have to explain both. So what I can sense that, so first of all, number one, a stretch parallel to y-axis. And what is the stretch factor? By stretch factor, stretch factor 2. So this is a very clear, okay. And when it is done, okay, it means now it means I have it moved this 3 units and 4 downwards, so 3 and 4. So it is very clear. I can tell you easily. Number 2 is a translated or translated or translation by column vector, 3 right side and 4 downwards. I think point is very clear. So we have done it. Let's know what is next part is saying. You given that this equation, we have to find out the new curve equation. Okay. And state the value. State means just we can write directly, no need to work out. So if we check it, we can start from here. Whenever stretch, because if multiplying any factor outside, this is called stretch parallel to y-axis. If 3 times, called stretch 3 times. If 2 times, or 2 times. So it is mean this a, the outside, the number is mentioned, is stretch factor. And student, this is a minus a fix. This minus is a fix, a formula. Okay, and because it's going 3 right side, so 3 right side. So positive 3. I'm bringing positive 3 here. So positive 3 here. And this 4 downwards, it means downwards. And this I'm writing outside. Before your knowledge, this always express x-axis translation, x-axis translation, and this express always moving parallel to y-axis. And this representing stretch factor always. So it means finally I got what, students? So finally answer I got it 2 times 2 x negative 3 whole square negative 4. And he was asking not the he asking state the value. So A value is 2, B value is negative 3, and C value is negative 4. And I hope so. The concept of the question is very clear, and we got the values. And question is completely done. So what a question is asking, number 7 with us, the function of g is given here, and v is a positive constant. We have to first find out g inverse. So step number one, I will write g function as a y, 2 over ax minus 3 plus half. How to get a inverse of this? So my objective is to make x subject. So this half will go there, ax minus 3, cross multiply. So y minus half is already here. Ax plus minus 3 equals to 2. Now this will go totally down. So ax minus 3 is equals to 2 over y minus 1 over 2. Okay, because you know what's the reason why I'm just going this direction, because later I realize that I have to put them, I have to try to match them. And I'm trying to give almost same situation. So this 3 will go there. So you can see, you can sense now plus 3. Now this a will divide, when a will divide both values, so it will turn to be this format. A will come here, y minus half, and a will divide here. You see that it is somehow a resemblance with that, somehow, okay? Now interchange, you know very well, interchange, x become y and y becomes x. I hope so. The point is very clear. And this is called G inverse. So first part I have done completely. So because he asked us for finding G inverse, this is done. But now part number next, he's asking that. He's that if a value is 6. So we have to prove that G inverse and G are exactly equals to each other. So what I'm going to do, I'm putting 6 now here. When I'm going to put 6 here, let's see what happens. So a value, I'm going to 6 here, replace here. So when I replace here, students, G inverse of 6 here. So let's see what happens. Then 6 comes this side, this way, and x minus this, and plus 3 over 6. This is cancel out. And ultimately, my target is to get this form. And you see, this is cancelable, and I can get my half answer clearly. And what about the other way? This 2 remains same. Okay, this 6 multiply inside the bracket. When inside the bracket, so I can say 2 over 6x and negative 3. So if you look at carefully, and that is fully match. How come match? Because if I replace this a by 6, so 6x minus 3 plus 1 over 2, which are totally same. So we can say that hence, so this is equals to what? G inverse is g of x. So we can write here, hence proved, hence proved. So I hope so the concept of the question is completely clear. Question number 8, students, we have point this and this lie on opposite ends of a diameter of circle, okay? So, and find equation of circle. So it is a very clear best idea when you have these kind of questions, especially circle, okay? You have to draw close to accurate. The first part is not important, but still I will try to do it. So look at here, 6, 1. It means 6, 1 means 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 up. Negative 2, 7. So 1, 2, negative 2, and 7 somewhere here. So we have a circle like this. I think the point is very clear. So now I'm going to make a circle. I think you can understand from here. And diameter is here and here. And if I join them, this is a diameter. So you can see, students, and this I can take x-axis, and I can take this as a y-axis. Just rough, sketch. And this sketch will help you a lot to understand the concept. So, so this is 6, 1. And this is, okay, well, let me look like 11. 6, 1. And the other one is negative 2 and 7. And center of circle is somewhere here. And he's asking here that equation of circle. Basic formula of circle is x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square is equals to r square. And what is A and B is called center of circle. So I will find by midpoint criteria, and midpoint is what? uh, x1 plus x2 divided by 2. X1 is this, x2 is this. So x1 plus x2 divided by 2. Same way, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So 7 plus 1 divided by 2. And I get a center of circle, and it is 4. I got a 2. And what is the y coordinate? The y coordinate is very clear, 4. So 2, 4. So 2, 4 is the center of circle. Okay, now thing is that how to get the radius. So two options, either distance formula, center of circle, and this point, or find diameter length divided by 2. So I think I can apply on these numbers because no negative sign is there. And I'm going to find here, what is the radius? So radius is distance formula. So I can say y2 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus x1 whole square. Look, I zoom for you. So r is equal to, this is 3, 3 square give us 9. And this is negative 4 square 16. And this r is turned to be 5 because root 25. So now I'm putting this value here and center. So I'm using this formula. And final form is this 2 goes here, 4 goes here. So x minus 2 whole square and y minus 4 whole square equal to, when I plug in 5 square, you write here 5 to power 2, or you open it, make it like 25. And this is our final answer. And I believe the concept of the question is clear. So what is afterwards? Afterwards, he's asking for, there are two tangents of to a circle have a gradient. There are two tangents. So and his negative gradient. So first of all, do you know, students, all these lines they have a positive gradient, and all these lines they have a negative gradient. So it is understood that a line. Okay, I'm going to show you the tangent may be like this. Okay, it can be, there are two tangents. You see, these two tangent, they have a negative gradient, and is given by him as a negative half. So I just take a rough estimation. So if I take this tangent here, tangent, and if I join this, what is my basic point? You have to read it. Read a statement. First of all, two tangents have a gradient negative half, okay? And the exact chord value of the x coordinates of point where the tangent touch the circle. So it means if I make a, look at this, students, you can see this is not exactly, okay. So this point I have to find, and this point I have to find. So these two coordinates. And how to find it, students? So first of, and this is a 90 degree for sure. And blue line gradient is negative half. I'm writing here negative half. And because it's a 90 degree tangent radius, so what is, if this is a negative half, what about this gradient is a, naturally I can say, negative reciprocal. You see, 2 goes up, 1 comes down, and sign become positive, so positive 2. So then I am writing here positive 2. And luckily the point that this line I can find easily. How come? Using this center of circle and using this gradient. So first, when I get equation of line of this, I label, okay, this is a P, this is C for center. So equation of CP, equation of CP. Equation of CP is, how we can find it? Not a hard job for us. Y minus y1 equals to m times 2 x minus x1. So this 2 will come in the place of this, and 4 goes here, and this 2 will come in this place. So I'm going to find 4 here, 4 here, 2 here, and x minus 2. Open the bracket, x minus 4, so 2x minus 4. 4 cancel, we get an equation of So it means y equal to 2x. So basically, this line, equation of CP line, I got it. And if you look at carefully, CP line is cutting the circle at P and cutting the circle at Q. So these 2 points. So it means if I solve simultaneously this line with equation of circle, I will get point of intersection. So get ready. Okay. So now I'm solving it now here. Get ready for it. So this y value I'm going to plug in here. So I'm getting x minus 2 whole square. When I plug in 2x here, so I can say 2x minus 4 whole square equal to 25. Now open squaring identity, and you know it very well. First term square give us x square, negative 2 into 2 into first term, second term, 2 into 2, 4 into x. So 4x and plus 4. Same approach here. So square of the first term and square of last term will be, so first term square is 4x to power 2 and second term square is 16. And in the middle always 2 into first term into second, 2 to the 4, 4, 16x. So I'm getting here 16x and this 25 will come left hand side. I hope so up till here clear. So 4x square plus x square will give us a 5x square. And 16 and x we got a negative 20. Okay, x as well. And 16 plus 4, 20, positive 20, negative 25 will give us negative 5. So if I divide whole equation by 5, I can say 5, 4, and 1. Now he was asking, give me the exact. Exact means we will apply quadratic formula. Negative b, effect because factorization not possible. So I'm going to do it, b squared minus 4a and c by 2a. And if I continue complete here, 4 plus and minus, this is 2. So 16 minus 4, 12. And 12 root is what? 12 root is 12 root is a 2 root 3 because 4, 3 is a 12. And 2 common from top. And let me check once again, 16, sorry to say, this 16 minus plus 20. Sorry to say, this is not 12. This is 20. This is a 20, 20. So 20 root. So 20 root is 5, 4 is a 20, and 2 root 5. So I got a 2 root 5, and I will take a common from the top, 2 common out. And 2, I got a 1 plus and minus, sorry, 2 plus and minus root 5. And this 2 will cancel out. And we are getting 2x coordinates. So x1 is a p coordinate or q2 plus root 5. And x2 or other point is a 2 minus root 5. And I hope so the concept of the question is very clear because he was asking us find out exact x coordinate, not x and y coordinates, only x coordinate. So question, I think the concept of question is very, very clear. Question number 9, we have a topic of integration. Okay, first part, what he's asking here, that this equation of curve, you can see this equation of curve and intersect the line is this one. So it means you, for your information, this is called y is equal to 0. If line goes from here parallel to x, x y equal to 1, this is y equal to 2, this is y equal to 3, and this is y equals to 4.5, this line. So I hope so the concept is clear. What is the logic behind? So I'm writing here y equals to 4.5. And 4.5 is a 9 over 2 in fraction form, you know it. So I'm writing here 9 over 2, make the question easy in fraction form. Okay, this is done. So what is saying that find exact volume. So, but first of all, we need a point of intersections. So I'm going to plug in this y value here or this y value here. So I'm going to solve it. So let's complete. So I can see here half x plus 4 over x equals to 9 over 2. And now I can do complete here. All right. So what is LCM here? Naturally 2x. because this 2 and this x. So what I can say here, because nothing common, so x multiply there, 2 multiply there, and I get a x squared plus 8 equals to 9 over 2. Cross multiply 2x, so or you can say that this 2 to cancel out. Simple x goes on the other side, I can say 9x. So I can do rest part here, x square, and so so equation is, I'm getting here x square negative 9x plus 8 is equals to 0. I'm going to factorize it. 8 ones are 8, negative 8, negative 1x and plus 8 is equals to 0. And x common, I get x minus 8 minus 1 common, x minus 8 equal to 0. And I am getting here two answers. One answer is 1 and one answer is 8. So basically, this if you ask me what is this x value, so x value is 1, and what is x value here? So x value at this point is 8. So I think these limits are very clear. Now, what is the next plan? Next plan is how to find out the volume exact, and second number is exact value. So it means if answer come in fraction form, we have to leave as a fraction form. So student, let's try to do it. And what's the basic formula? If your observer's eye is from this end, so curve is closer and line is away. So it means the basic formula of the volume we use is pi outside x1, x2, y, and power 2 and dx. This is a volume formula. But we have to do what? Two volumes we have to subtract because closer is this and further away from here. So it means the away. So this will give us a bigger volume. Underline, if I rotate it, this line about x-axis, I will get a cylindrical shape. So if you want to see, so you can see now here, this is the x-axis, students. And if the line is here mentioned, this line, if I rotate about x-axis, I will get this kind of shape. I will get a cylindrical shape. So, and if I curve this curve, I rotate. So what I get from students? So I will get curve. So curve is this curve. I will draw a reflection, and if I rotate it, I get this kind of bowl shape. Okay, and we have to subtract these two volumes to get the this part if I rotate about x-axis. I think you're understanding. So now let's start. So how we can do it? Let's complete it. So volume formula is pi, here x1, here x2, and upper curve square, but not upper curve, it's called line. So 9 by 2. So this is a upper 9 by 2 whole square dx minus again pi x1, x2, now curve, which is here half x plus 4 over x and whole square dx. Okay, now limits. Limits are very clear. We have 1, 8. So I'm replacing this both x1 and then I will replace x2 as well. So I'm replacing. So here I'm replacing what is x1? 1, 1. Upper limits are naturally 8. So I got 8, 8. So I think now you understand very well. So how complete it? So this is a 9 square. This as I'm writing here 128 and 9 squared 81 over 4 and dx. So and what about this one? So this one we have to expand as well. So what is the rule? X by 2 first term square plus 2 into first term into second term plus a second term square. And you know, students, what to do after that? So 1 minute, please. And dx must be there. I forgot to write. Now, students, there's a constant you can bring outside what left inside 81 or 4 pi. And inside what left 1 left. And all of you familiar, what is integration of 1 becomes x and 1 to 8. This is done. What about the other one? So first I have to simplify. Then, so x to power 2 over 4 and this 2 cancel and this x cancel. I got only 4. So I think this part is very clear. And here 16 over x square and dx. Is a question ready for integration? Not at all. I have to bring x up. Number, no need to bring it up, but variable, we are bound to bring it up. And then I will integrate. So this is as it is same. This is the same, but here I'll bring it up. Now our question is ready for integration. So have a look now. So volume, which I'm going to find, 81 over 4 pi. And here upper limit minus the lower limit. Upper limit is 8, lower limit is 1, which give us 7 and 7 and 7. And 81 times to 7, I get 567 over 4 pi. So volume due to the line which make a cylinder shape, okay, is this one. And now what I'm going to do is the other one. So what is integration here? Increase the power 1, 3, and 3, 1, and 4 already exist. Like they're multiplying this, okay? Or I can write here directly 12. So I got a 12. And what is integration of 4? Will become 4x. And what about this? Increase the power by 1 divided by same, and limit says 1 to 8. And now I can simplify one more. Don't take risk. First simplify maximum, and then we can go for put limits. So upper limit is done. Sorry, this is a slant. Now I'm going to plug in the numbers here. So when I plug in 8, so 8 replace here, here, and here. So I'm going to plug in 8 to 2 power 3 divided by 12 plus 4 times 2, 8, and minus 16 divided by 8. I'm getting 218 over 3 minus formula. Now I replace every x by 1. So 1 divided by 12 plus 4 ones of 4 minus 16 by 1 is a 16. That's it. And I'm getting here negative 143 by 12. This is done. Now I'm going to close the question, finish the question. This is done. And what about this? Inside, what I get from here? So 218 over 3 minus, so I'm getting here 1, 0, 1, 0. I'm erasing it and I'm writing here 1015 by 12 pi. So I think students are understanding well. Now I'm just finalizing it. 567 into pi divided by 4 minus this answer. And or I can say 567 over 4 minus 1015 divided by 12. And in fraction form, I'm getting here, 1 minute, I'll check again. It is giving me, it's giving me, I check once again. So first part is I'm getting here, and once again, this is clear, 567 divided by 4 and minus 1015 divided by 12. So 343 over 6 pi unit cube. So I hope so the concept of the question is very clear, and the main part was how to find point section and the formula. So I hope so the concept of the question is completely clear. Question number 10, we have topic is a function. You can see a function defined by this real number. R stands for real number. And he has given P2, Q10 if in a part. Express after putting these values inside in completing square form. So let's try to do it. So f of x, first of all, when I plug in this 2 here, so 2x square plus 4x and plus 10, because 10 goes there. Now, students, I have to take common out. You can see a common out. So step number 1. This is common from first 2 terms. No need to take common from the third term. Though if you can talk common even, no problem at all. Anyway, So what is the half of this to 1? So that 1 square added and 1 square subtracted. And now inside the bracket, these three terms I can combine how x plus 1 whole square and minus 1 square is 1. 2 multiplies here and 2 multiplies with that number. I get 2x plus 1 whole square, negative 2 and plus 10. And finally, I got 2 times 2x plus 1 whole square and plus 8. And he was asking what? That's it. Just try to convert it, and we have done it. Okay, so this is done, and first part is completely over. So next part, what is asking here? Range, state the range of this. I can find the range here, but before I just sketch. You know, students, plus x square, whenever we have this kind of parabolic, and this is called point of minima. But when you have a negative x square come, just a sign of this change, then we have this kind of parabolic curve, and this point is called point of maxima. I can see from here what is 2 positive, so I have a point of minima. How to get the coordinates? Very easy. So under power 2, whatever, plug in is equals to 0. And when I plug in equal to 0, I get x is equals to minus 1. So x coordinate is minus 1. And the number outside the bracket is called y value. So 8 is y value. If I go right side or left side, both options, curve will go start from here and move on and continue. Even I go left side, this will go up. And so can I say the value start from 8 and go up and up and up? Yes. So then what is the range? So range, I can tell easily y is more than equals to 8. So I hope so. The concept of this part is very clear. Part B we have, it is given instead Q is negative. Now he changed the plan, and he said roots of this is this and this, two roots given, and M is a constant, find P and M. So first of all, I have to bring that equation down. Which equation? F of x is equals to px squared plus 4x and plus q. This equation I'm taking from here. So this equation I cut from here, and I'm going to bring it down. So all students get ready and have a look now how we can do this one. Okay, so first of all, this q replaced by minus 5. So f of x, px to power 2 plus 4x and negative 5. Done. Now he's saying these two are roots. So roots, we can plug in inside. If I consider, it means that the first of all and second number fx replaced by 0. So I'm replacing here 0. And I replace every x by 5m. How come? Because he said that is a root, and root is called x value. So I can replace every x by 5m. So when I replace, so p as it is, and 5m whole square, and this x also replaced by 5m, 0 there or 0 here, no problem at all. So, okay, so I can square of 5 and square of m. So I get a 25 MP, m square and p, and here 5 fours are 25 m and 20, sorry, and m5 equal to 0. This is a one situation. And now student, second situation we have, if I assume the second one. So if I replace 7 with section 1 negative 5m, so what happens then, students? So so p negative 9m whole square plus 4 times 2 negative 9m and negative 5 equal to 0. Basically, I replace here and here. Okay, though I'm getting what, students? 29 squared is 81, m to power 2 and p, and negative 36m and negative 5 is equal to 0. So students, basically what is my objective? My objective is to solve them simultaneously and get the answer. Because if you look at carefully, we have two variables involved in this question. So let's see how we can do it. I think I can sense easily if I make a p subject from here or from there, no problem at all. So first of all, I will divide this whole equation with a 5 to make question easy. So 5 fives are 5 4 times and 5 1 time. Make question easy. And now I can get it a p-value from here. Both values will go right side. I can write 1 minus 4m over 5m squared. So this 5m squared goes down. Now this value I'm going to plug in number 1. Okay, I can call this number 1 and this number 2. So put in 1. So this complete value will go here. So I'm writing here 81 m squared as it is, and 1 minus 4m over 5m squared. Negative 36m and negative 5 is equals to 0. So first of all, this m square and this m square will cancel out. I'm canceling and multiply by 5 because this 5 is disturbing us. So if we multiply 5, this fraction 5 will cancel and I will get 81. 81 will multiply inside the bracket. 81 minus 4 ones are 4, 8 fours are 32, and m. And now what about the other? Because 5 multiply with that. And 36 times to 5, it gives us 180 m. And 5 to 5 is 25. I hope so this part is very clear. And if I add this, I get a 50504m if I bring on the other side, and 81 minus 25, I get a 56. And if I divide by 504, I get m value 1 over 9. This is my answer of this one. And I'm going to plug in it here or here. Better to label, not this one, label this one better. So I label it here and I'm saying here, put in 2. So when I put in 2, so P is equals to 1 minus 4 times to 1 over 9 and 5 times to 1 over 9 to power 2. So matter of typing in calculator, 1 minus 4 over 9, and in the denominator 5 divided by 81, and we are getting sharp P value 9. So I hope so. The concept of the question is very clear, and question is completely over. And this part was a little bit tricky, but only the matter is the algebra. So I hope so. The concept is very. Question number 11 is saying in the question here, curve, equation of curve is given here, and find the coordinates of point at which the tangent to the curve at this point is intersect this line. So first of all, I need to find equation of tangent at this point, job number 1. But do you know, students, whenever equation of tangent required, we need a gradient. But how to find gradient? I will differentiate. So step number 1, differentiation. Can I do directly? No way. I have to bring it in the numerator. So check it, students. So I'm writing like this. I brought both in the numerator. And now question is ready for differentiation. And what's the rule of differentiation? This power will come down, multiply with 8, and power become 1 less means negative. And don't forget it into 3. This 3 comes from where the base derivative 3x become 3, 8 becomes 0. No need to write 0 minus 0, okay? So this is done. Now what about the other one? Same story here, multiply. So 6 times 2, negative 1, and the power become 1 less into 1, x derivatives 1. So I'm getting here 3 8 is 24, and I bring whole in denominator. This will go in denominator due to negative sign. And negative negative positive 6 over x minus 1 whole square. So I hope so. A lot of patience is required while doing especially the differentiation because a lot of algebra. I hope so. This part is very clear. And let's talk about the third 3. I'm going to plug in this 3 there. So I'm writing here add 3. It will give me grade of tangent directly. So when I plug in 3, 3 through 9, out of 9, 1 gone. So I got a negative 24. And when I plug in 3, 3 minus 1, 2, 2 square 4, so 6 over 4. So gradient of tangent is turned to be, if I check it, negative 24 plus 6 over 4 will give us negative 45 over 2. Now, students, I'm going to find out equation of tangent. Okay, I'm writing it out here. So equation of tangent. But at what point, that is very clear point, is this formula, and formula y minus y1 equals to m times 2 x minus x1. So in the place of y1 put 5, x1 3, and m is this. I hope so point is very clear. So 5 here, this negative 45 by 2, and x minus 3. Now 2 multiplies there. I want to actually uh, first of all, students, this is a question of tangent. We can stop even, or we can multiply both sides even. But now, make it easy to multiply both this 2 and 2 5s are 10, and negative 45x and 45 times to 3, it gives us 135. So this is a done. And now, students, what he said before, if you look at the diagram part, you can understand this is a curve and this is a tangent and a line, another line is cutting here. This is a y is equals to negative 8x. And this is a 3, 5. Yeah, 3, 5. So this tangent and line are intersecting at this point we're looking for. So can I replace this minus 8 with this? Yes, we can replace. So put y is equal to negative 8x. So 2 times 2, negative 8x, negative 10 is equal to negative 45x and plus 135. So this becomes what? Negative 16x and plus 45 comes this side, and 135 and 10 goes on other side, 145. And here I get a 29. So 45 minus 1629x. Okay, and now if I divide 145 by 29, I get a sharp value 5. It means the x intersect cutting here is a 5. But I will plug in this value, either any equation. We can use this one or this one. So I think this 5 8s are 40. So I can say y value is coming with us negative 40. So which any point mentioned? No. So answer of that point, what he's looking for is 5 and negative 40. So I hope so the concept of the idea is clear. And now we can go for next part of the question, which he said find x coordinates of the stationary point. Whenever stationary point come, turning point, extreme point, we always put differentiation 0. But we have equation luckily given. I will copy from here this full equation and I will continue from here. So students, check it. This is a equation of curve, and I'm going to put here, put derivative is equals to 0. Or I can save my time. I am saying here, put derivative is equals to 0. So I'm saving my time. I put 0 here. Okay, now what is the way I have to solve x? So this brings left hand side. I can get this kind of form. Okay, is question done? A little bit tough algebra. It could be cross multiply. So I'm getting here 24 times 2x minus 1 whole square and 6 times to 3x minus 8 whole square. 6 goes down, I get a 4. Now, student, here we have a two ways to solve the question. I tell you both. So one way, expand both powers. It will take a lot of time. Second, take square root of the both sides. When I take square root of the both sides, what will happen, students? Let's see. So root of 4 will give us 2, and square of this power 2 will cancel. I get x minus 1, and this power 2 also cancel. I get 3x minus 8. But now, most important part, you will have to plug in. I'm going to show different color. Either put plus minus here, or if you don't want to put it here, you can put it plug in it here. So it is your wish. You plug in right side or left side. So no problem at all. I think I understand the point is very clear. Now I'm solving one by one, and that is my main point. So I'm using, okay, the space may be problem. So I'm doing it first of all, the plus one, the first one, the plus one. So I'm writing here 2 times 2x minus 1 equals to positive 3x minus 8. Open the bracket, 3x minus 8. X comes this side and 8 goes on other side. 6 equal to x. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, I got a first answer, 6. Second, when you talk about second student, so what is a second part? So just a minute, I have to drag slightly here. Okay, so I think understanding now I can solve it. Okay, so and first you have used negative sign, now I'm using positive sign. So positive sign, how to use it? Check it once again. So 2 times 2x minus 1 equal to negative 3x minus 8 equal to 0. Equal, sorry, 2x minus 2 equal to negative 3x and plus 8. And 3x come this side and 2 goes on other side. I got a 5x equal to 10 and x becomes 2. And he was asking us find the x coordinates of each. So I hope so the concept of the question is very clear. Part second is asking find second derivative. So I will continue from here because I have already given, I can paste the previous part here. So I have to go for second derivative and find the nature part. And can I differentiate directly? No way, I am bound to bring it up. So I hope so the concept is very clear. And now I'm going to do like this. So d2y over dx2. So basic property, power comes down, multiply. So negative 24 times to negative 2 and power become 1 less. Out of negative 2, if I reduce 1, I get negative 3. And many students, not many, I say some students miss the base derivative, which is 3x become 3 and 8 becomes 0. So I'm writing 3 only. And what about other part? Same story, it is multiplied down, so 6 times to negative 2. And power become 1 less into what? 1. 1 comes from the base derivative. I have to simplify negative, negative, positive, so I get a 24, 48. So 48 times to 3 is giving us 144. 144 over and 3x minus 8 to power 3. And what about the other students? So I can say 12 over and x minus 1 whole power 3. So I have done it. Second derivative is done. So I'm going to do what? So I think this part is clear. I'm going to plug in what is x point. There are 2 points. He said that each point. So one by one I'm going to do, and I'm writing now here nature at x is equals to 2. Let me check 2 and 6. Add x equal to 2 and add x equal to 6. So I'm going to copy the full equation and I'm pasting here and I'm pasting here. Okay, what I'm going to do, replace this each x by 2. So here 3 times to 2, 3 times to 2, 3 times to 2. Or I can write 6 only directly. And here I can write 2 only. And what about the other part, students? Here 3 times to 6. Or I can say writing 18 directly, no problem. And here I plug in here 6. 6 minus that. So if I check it, it is a 144 divided by this is negative 2 cube is negative 8. And what about the other one? So 12 divided by is I think 1, no need. So there's a negative 30. And negative 30 is less than 0 is called a point of maxima. Okay, what about this one, students? When you talk about this one, so this is turned to be, if we check it, 144 divided by 10 cube 1000 and negative 12 divided by 5 cube is 125 and I get a 6 over 125 which is a positive is called point of minima. So I hope so the concept is clear and the paper is completely over. And best of luck for the upcoming exam, and I will pray for you. Best way, if you're finding some difficulty in the paper, have done some mistake, so please redo after class, after watching this video, and redo. Reattempting is very important. Without reattempting, improvement will not come. So best of luck. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.